Hello, and good afternoon, everybody. It's John the Don bringing you another fragrance review. Now I'm just playing. So if you read the title, this is pretty much like in Florida we don't really get much of a winter. So that 1 week that it was cold, I was able to test these out. These are my top 3 winter fragrances where I feel like this fragrance acts better in the cold. So with that being said, moving along, I'm gonna go from cheapest to most expensive. So let's get to it. I'm gonna start off with this one. I know I said top 3, but I snuck this one in. This fragrance right here is worth anywhere from $10 to $20. If you pay more than $20, you're getting robbed. Now, Jordan by Michael is it's a classic fragrance. It's very fresh. It's very lemony but fresh. Like I said, it's very inexpensive. I think that it's a steal for the price. They could easily charge 30 to 40 for this. Now, this fragrance was mainly used for work. This is like my 3rd bottle since I first discovered this. Very nice fragrance. If you haven't tried it yet, just investigate. $15-20 won't hurt nobody. Projection on this is good for an hour, where you can feel it expanding in the environment. People around you might notice you. They might say, hey, you smell fresh, or hey, you smell good, what are you wearing? I've gotten those compliments. I just say I'm wearing Jordan, and they're like the shoe guy. I'm like, yeah. So it could be a conversation starter as well. So this is that. Like I said, projection is strong for an hour. It lasts on clothing and on skin for anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. You'll be surprised. You could always reapply it after every 4 hours. This doesn't come off as a very strong, overpowering fragrance. So when I do use this, I go trigger happy. That's that. This was the one that I snuck in. Moving along to the actual number 3, from least to most expensive. And with that being said, is this fragrance, Versace Blue Jeans. Yes, you're thinking, damn, Versace cheap? Yes, this is cheap. And not sadly, like, I'm glad that this is cheap, because this is a banger for me. I really like this fragrance. This fragrance performs very good for a good 2 to 3 hours after toning down, but it lasts on skin anywhere north of 6 hours. I've even gotten 8 to 9 hours on this fragrance right here. Versace Blue Jeans. Man, this is a very nice fragrance. It comes in a tin can. Sadly, I don't have it. I have done a review on this fragrance. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. You can see the ingredients it has, etc. But yeah, man, this fragrance is an underdog. It's been good to me. This is like my 4th or 5th bottle. I lost track already. This is the cap. Just comes off. Regular atomizer. I'm not gonna spray it, but yeah, if you haven't seen my video, go check it out. $20, $25 max. That is an absolute steal for this. For a 3.4, I think when I use this, it can be overpowering, but like, it's like very lemony, citrusy. Not necessarily like Jordan. This is more on the lemony side, but the citrusy on this is what lingers around. Like when it tones down from the lemony, 2 to 3 hours in, it comes off as very citrusy, fresh, like you just took a shower kind of vibe. It's a good monster, man, for that price. All right, moving on to number 2, and this one I've used a lot of. This is Chrome from the House of Azzaro. This is the big boy. This is the 6.8, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it looks almost like, the size of my head. But yeah, this fragrance is very fresh. It's very fresh. It gives off as a, not necessarily like an old man, old poppy vibe, but this is a very fresh, masculine fragrance. This fragrance holds its own ground. I've used a lot of this fragrance. However, I've had this fragrance for like, the most I'll say is 3 years. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking 2 to 3 years I've had this. And as you can see, it's almost done, but I still got probably like 1.7 fluid ounce there, roughly. Here's the top. I don't have the box. I did a review on this, so please check it out. This fragrance performs very good. Like I said, it's very fresh, very clean. This is not a fragrance you'll catch a younger person wearing. This is probably like a 25-year-old and up kind of fragrance. It is friendly though for the youth, so don't let this discourage that. This fragrance is a little bit more expensive, or run you north of, I want to say $34 depending. That's probably like a 3.4 fluid ounce you'll get for like $25 to $35. And then this one will run you a little north of 40. The 6.8, the big boy, is well worth it. This fragrance booms it's very aromatic for 3 to 4 hours, hands down, and it lasts on clothing / skin north of 6 hours. I've even gotten 10 hours out of this bad boy. So if you haven't had that, this is a very good winter fragrance, very fresh. Keep that in mind. Now moving on to the most expensive one, which is not that expensive, but in this list is expensive. And I will be going with Ralph Lauren Blue. This is the fragrance that you can use on a date. This is the fragrance you can use in the office if you're in a high position, or if you just want to make a good impression. This right here is a monster. This is a classic. I will always have this. This is like kind of halfway through, but I have a brand new bottle waiting for me. This fragrance will run you anywhere from $50 to $75. If you get the bigger one, which is like this, I think it's like a 5 fluid ounce or like a 6 something. I'm sorry for not having that detail. But anyways, this fragrance is very elegant, very clean, very masculine, very any age friendly. If you're young, you'll make a good impression. A lot of people say you smell good. If you're old, you'll make a good impression. Same story. This could come off as overwhelming if you overspray, so please be careful. If you do overspray and you're like someone like me, that I will tend to overspray, do that before you go anywhere, or you sit in an enclosed area like a car with somebody, so you can refresh a little bit, let it tone down. That way you won't kill the person next to you. But yeah, man, this fragrance easily has been on skin, on clothing, 8 hours. Projection is very smooth, 2-3 hours. A lot of people give compliments on this fragrance. They usually always say somebody smells good when you're standing next to them. Projection on this is just, it's a monster. It's good. It holds its ground for the 10 plus, maybe 20 plus years this fragrance been around. So yeah, I just wanted to drop my winter experience with these boys, these 4 fragrances. And I wanted to drop a video before the year ended based on fragrances. I know I've been doing a lot of YouTube shorts on my hobbies, which as you can see are Hot Wheels, and I have a couple sneakers under me, and I do also do some Funkos, but keep that on the low. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. It's John the Don. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'm already over 500 subscribers, so that's awesome. Please share, like, subscribe. Cheers and happy New Year's. Positive vibes for 2023, y'all.